We are live with Copper Kettle Farms. Are you signing on to use that chat? It is our weekly live. We'll wait for some folks to hop in and go from there. Hope everybody had a good holiday and I would say a good December start, but Skinner Farms, hey, how are you? We're just getting it like set up. And Fleetwood Patch, how are you guys doing? We just finished playing some cards with Dad. We do that on Sunday nights. Mama Z's, hello, hello. And yeah, surprise, surprise, Donald's here. He wasn't going to be. And then actually, let's show his face a little more. He was supposed to be off today, and then he got called into work. And then when he got into work, they're like, oh, we don't need you. So he had to drive the hour back. And I didn't think he was going to be here for the live tonight, but here we are. Hi, Papa Z. Welcome. Welcome. What's the temperature where everybody's at? Because right here it's cold. It is 31 degrees here. I know in Texas it's probably like 85 or something. And it's a little cold in here, so we're kind of, well, I'm wrapped up anyway. Congrats on the channel success this week. It's been so weird, and that's one of the things we were going to talk about tonight. We've had a lot of really good things happen since December 1st. Like the last day of November, I was just devastated because I lost one of my favorite clients to my competitor. And he said it was just for the month of December, just to try them out to see if he got a different result. But it was still like, dude, this person has been working with other people. Like there's 2 companies here locally that have been trying to drive me out of business, and she's one of them. And for him to purposely go with her just to see if he gets a different result was kind of a blow to my ego for business anyway. So the end of November sucked. I was pissed. And then December 1st or 2nd hit, and we all of a sudden got hit with all this amazing news, which we'll go over some today. It might be because that's on VPN. I don't know if it's still on VPN or not. So it is 50 going down to 40 at Mama Z's, 28 in Indiana. Yeah, it's 31 here, so we're about on the same par there. So Mama Z, I don't know if you can pop on Marco and let people know that we're live. I forgot to post this anywhere. I was going to do like this big, post about come check us out. We're going to talk about all this cool stuff that happened to us this week. It has been the best. This is literally the best week of 2020 for us. It has been the best week, the first week of December. So for me, I'm thankful because 2020 has been such a shit show. To have such good news at the end of the year, it might redeem itself. Well, to me, it has redeemed itself. So I'm just so excited to talk about all the cool things. Once Donald gets on his account, we'll. Hey, Zen Instant Shop, how are you? I think I say we just recently friended on Facebook, right? I think so. Yes, life is a roller coaster, and it's kind of felt like a constant downward slope for 2020. So to finally hit that, I feel it's like those roller coasters where it's just really, 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 really fast for a long time, and it's just now doing that quick up in December for us. So I'm thankful for that. Separated a steer he's going to butcher the end of the next month. That's exciting. You're going to have a full freezer, or are you going to sell like parts of it? I want to get a deer this year. I was talking to my dad earlier. I might just like take the 12 gauge and just go sit out back in the yard, see, because we get a lot of deer that kind of just cross over back there. So I might do that. It's been so long since I've skinned a deer though, but Dad's done enough. I think he can refresh my memory. Full freezer, good. Big Bear Homestead, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Donald's still trying to get online. So what were we thought? We did come to a couple big decisions this week too about some things we were going to do with the homestead. I actually probably should have put us up on Marco. I created a everybody's going live at the same time. And who else is live at 9 o'clock? Because I specifically chose this time because it's not a popular time. But maybe they are. I don't know. Heck, when I was doing lives on Thursdays at 8:30, it kept like a new person would go live and then a new person would go live. And then I was overlapping with the Broussards or I was overlapping with Rachel over at Garden for Cheap. You just can't win. You just can't win. And Saturday nights at 10 did okay, but nobody stayed up that late. So, Norway Farm, welcome, welcome. Next fall, I'll be selling calves and pigs. Yeah, one of my goals, I don't know if it'll happen this winter or maybe in the spring, is I'm going to clean out our freezer. We have like, I don't know, for some reason, I thought I could freeze a bunch of zucchini. That was not a good idea because I tried using it and it did not taste good. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me weird? Why are you being weird again? Oh, you on with me? Oh, well, So, it's just not, it's kind of chewy when you freeze zucchini. Yeah. So I have a lot of squash in the freezer. I might just give to the chickens. I mean, it didn't cost me anything. You pickle yours. That's what I might need to start doing. Now, question about pickling squash. Like well, I can't say. Pickles are kind of the only thing I've really had pickled. So, and I like crunchy pickles. I feel like would squash get, like, it wouldn't stay crispy or anything, right? So would it be like gooey? I don't know if I would like that. I don't know. Give me some insight into that, Big Bear. Drop says there's like 7 of you, but y'all might not be in the same circles. Oh, okay. It's possible. I do follow a lot of homesteaders that I don't watch regularly. I try to watch what I can, but you got to pick and choose.
You don't have the time.
I don't have the time. I do not have the
time.
time.
I mean, there's just so many out there.
Do you know if your bell notification percentage has dropped with the jump in growth? This is my first time going live since the growth. And honestly, this is my first, well, I haven't even put out a regular video since the growth. I was going to do it today, but we got sidetracked with his work schedule. So I'll probably do it tomorrow. We'll see. It's slap your mama good. I ferment zucchini. Fermented zucchini I could see being good, I guess. We do want to get more into fermenting. We actually, one of the things we did last week was I brought all of my cooking and herb books down from the office upstairs because I'm never in the office. And when I'm down here is when I'm usually studying or reading food-related items. So it just made sense for them to be down here. So now I realize I have a lot more books than I thought on pickling and stuff. My wife pickled banana peppers this year. I love pickled banana peppers a lot. So that's one I would love to do. Everyone was putting out videos today too. So maybe it's a good idea I didn't finish that video. Yeah, Roots and Refuge, I know they go live at 8, and there's no way we'll ever compete with them if people want to be over there. But, and I think they usually run longer than an hour for the most part. But this is when he was available. Monday nights is the only other night he's available because he works nights from, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We either do daytime or a Sunday night and Monday night. And this was easier because you got Stivers on Monday, 2 families on Monday. So you had a growth once and ramen killed it with an oregano. You're a nerd. But don't leave it too long. It turns too much Sundays are the best day to drop videos in the homesteading world. She put a video on it and it turned out great. Yeah. Doug and Stacy, she does a lot of fermenting videos. And then Fermented Homestead, I mean, I love her to death. She puts out so much content on fermenting that we really want to start picking up preserving food. I don't know, if you guys have Amazon Prime, honestly, we sat and watched this, what was it, 2 weeks ago, The Victorian Farmer. There's a show on there called The Victorian Farmer. It's only 6 episodes, but it's so worth it to see the types of methods of pickling and preserving and everything that they had to do in the Victorian era. I mean, I learned so much from just these 6 episodes. And I actually started watching it again because I want to start writing down the tips, like the different chutneys they made, what was available, how they preserved it, using pig's bladder to cover up the crock that it was sitting in, and using bottles to help create flooring in the pig pen in order to keep the pigs warm. And I mean, it was amazing. You should watch it. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free right now. So.
Well, not Prime.
Yeah, it's a Prime free show on.
Well, Prime itself is not free.
No, Prime's not free. But if you have Amazon Prime, it's free to watch. So, and a lot of people do have Prime. You can also, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have a Prime account, you can share that with your household. So he can utilize the free shipping with Prime on my Prime account. He doesn't have to have a separate account. And I think that's a neat feature too. But it has to be the same address. Oh, it's so good. And then there was another one called Tudor Family Christmas. And it's the earlier, Tudor was what, 1500s? So the Victorian was like mid 1800s. It was right at the start of the industrial, agricultural.
I think they were the start.
Yeah. And they showed some of the machinery they used to use to pull like the shaft from the wheat and stuff.
Thresher.
It was like a thresher. It was really cool. They showed all kinds of neat little hand turning things that they would use for farming. And really when they started using equipment and going from horse and plow, I mean, they still had a horse and plow, but then there's another one that the same people put together for the Tudor style Christmas. And it's around the 1500s, 1600s, and what they used to do to prepare for Christmas and the different foods they would create and preserve. And it was really cool too. So that's also free on Prime. Sweet red cherry pepper spoon. Oh, that would be nice.
And I liked how they said that back then, raisins were a delicacy.
Right? Because everybody hates raisins now. I don't really like raisins unless they're in like an oatmeal raisin cookie. But back then it was such a delicacy. It was in all their desserts and stuff.
But it was only in their desserts like at Christmas.
Yeah, because it was hard
so
to get.
Expensive.
And it's funny because in the 1800s, I guess it became more popular that everything had raisins in it because one, it was so easily available and they could preserve the fruit easier. So I thought that was interesting, the difference over, 200 years with the preserving. Yes, you do need to watch that, Mama Z. She actually mentions a couple books in there. So there's a book that apparently was the go-to book for homesteading in the Victorian era. And it was called, what was it called?
The what?
The book that they followed. The whole show was based on that book.
I'll find out.
It was written in the 1800s by a farmer. It goes through every aspect of farming from pig raising to really everything outdoors. They did mention that a lot of the stuff that the women did back in the Victorian era was not mentioned in the book because it was considered women's work. And it was a book written by a man, something Farmer.
What was the show called?
The Victorian Farmer. And I think it's either that book or there was a book written by a woman that talks about the food they used to eat in the Victorian era, which you would like, Mama Z, and how they would preserve it. I have it on our wish list too. I could just look it up. Anyway, so we're going to get that book because I know that a lot of some stuff might be outdated, but there's some stuff in there that was really useful to know. Evan's Family Home said hello. That's because back then grapes were hard to grow in the UK because the climate was colder. Yeah, that's probably it. Also, I did notice, I didn't know that you guys, well, I say you guys, I don't know if there's anybody here from the UK, but in the UK, they had like 4,000 miles worth of channels built for those really thin ships, boats. That's how they would, because everybody was still running coal then, not so much wood. I'm looking on our list now. They used to, that's how they were able to suddenly diversify the food supply in England, because they could now travel using these boats to bring food to different locations. So for instance, you might have been a dairy farmer and specialized in dairy because you were able to now ship it everywhere. Whereas before you had to have a little bit of everything on your farm because you couldn't get all these other supplies everywhere. So it was kind of like the start of diversifying the food supply a little bit, which I thought was interesting. So the book is called The Book of the Farm.
That's what it's called, The Book of the Farm.
By Henry Steffens. And then Mama Z, for you, The Book of Cookery was Eliza Acton, Acton, Modern Cookery for Private Families. And that's another book from the Victorian era. There was another book they mentioned called Mrs. Beeton's Book of Household Management, which was, to teach women how to manage the home in the Victorian era. But some of these books, I'm just elated to try them out. I was in the SCA back in the day, so I would 100% love it. I would honestly love the idea. And Donald and I have thought about the idea because most of you guys probably know we live in Gettysburg, which is very historically centered in, the Civil War era in the 1800s and the Victorian era. And we do have a couple places around here that do living history where they dress up and they put up the tents. And actually 2 doors down, there's a farm that does living history events a lot. So they're educational. We've been to a few and we enjoy them. Court. Sorry, my dog's being a dork. All I see is his butt right now. But we thought it would be really cool, maybe not for the Civil War Victorian era, although I do love that era. I'm obsessed with the Victorian era, to create a place, if we got another farm, where we could do a living history educational program on farming practices and stuff in a certain era. I don't know whether it would be Victorian. We're both very big into the Anglo-Saxon era as well. So it would be cool to dress up as like Anglo-Saxon, not Vikings, kind of predating the Vikings, and do that. We would love to do that, but it takes money, time, and effort, and we have none of that right now. The history of the evolution of gardens is a strange too. Yes. I wish someone would write like one book, and maybe they haven't, I don't know what it is, where it goes through each, century and describes the changes in gardening techniques and mindsets back then. Rowdy Pennsylvanians, yeah. That would be us. What, you want up here? Do you want up here to say hi to everybody? You want up here to be annoying? Come on. Or not. So 2 families in here. Hello. I will be on their live on Tuesday talking about what was going to be Canva, and it still can be. But there was something else I was going to offer to talk about. I think it was like mobile phone editing or something, but I think Canva will be good for now, and then maybe another time. Stringfield Ridge. Hey, Teresa. How are you guys doing? We were geeking out a little bit on Victorian farming stuff. What I might do, I probably should have put the link in the description to the videos with our Amazon. Actually, I could do that now with our Amazon link.
What are you doing?
So why don't you tell them about your good news this week while I do this, Donald?
I didn't have to work today.
That's not your good news.
That is my good news.
I mean, it's good news, but what else is your good news?
What is it?
Your work?
I didn't have to work today.
Your promotion?
Oh, right. That's what she said.
Really, that's all you're gonna say?
Well, I can't see myself, so I don't know where I'm looking at.
You know, you don't need to see yourself to tell.
What? Dude.
No.
I'll look at this one.
Look at that one. So tell about your good news.
I got a promotion at work.
What kind of promotion?
The one that gives more money. I don't
Can you
know.
guys see what I have to live with?
What are you trying to say?
So he is now a lead operator at his job. And that comes with, don't sell like the exact amount, but what's the percentage of the raise that you get?
Nobody died. I just happened to move them out of town.
Did someone say someone died?
Yeah, it drops.
So that's the Book of the Farm link. Yeah, so Donald got a huge promotion. And what I liked the most is when he was going to go for this promotion, they were originally offering it at less than he would be getting if he just stayed where he was at and got a raise this year, like their typical raises.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually stood up for himself.
Well, I told him my minimum that I would ask for, because it was only like a 20-cent difference from my current pay to that promotion. Dude, how about you move? Get over here.
Come here and say hi to everybody.
So I said, well, I'm not going to take it unless I get an 8% raise from what I'm making now. And they came back with a 10% raise above the promotion-based pay. So
got kisses on your head.
It was even more money than I wanted. So I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, so that is huge. That is huge. He is now a lead operator. What also is really good about this is, I don't know, you guys have kind of seen how we've switched our live times a lot because he's either done day shift or midnight shift or night shift. And this is going to have him consistently on night shift and most likely consistently the same days off, right?
Yeah, so the way they have it set up, because the plant's a 24/7 plant, so someone's got to be there at all times. So we do 3 rotations or 3 shifts. One lead is on midnight shift. The other lead will be on evening shift, and they won't have the same days off. So one has Fridays and Saturdays. The one on midnight has Fridays and Saturdays off. Me on evening will have Sundays and Mondays off, and we will not rotate. Period. We stay there. So all the other operators will be rotating evening to midnight, midnight to evening, evening to day, or whatever. But
yeah,
I won't.
Which means that our lives should not change again, which would be great, unless for some reason we have to switch to Mondays. But I don't see that happening. So that's exciting. And it helps me with my schedule because my schedule is more flexible being a business owner. I can change to be whatever I need it to be, but it kind of at least gives me a foundation to know what our schedule is going to be like. So that helps as well. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Oh, he's doing good there, Charles.
So the other big announcement is my grant.
Oh, right.
So I got a call last week. Again, this all happened last week. This was like the best week of 2020. Last week, I got a call. The Adams County area, whoever does the Economics Stimulus Alliance place or whatever in Adams County, got a $9 million grant from the state to help businesses specifically in this county. And you had to apply, and it was extensive to apply for this. I mean, you had to go the entire year's worth of every expense possible, a profit and loss statement, your taxes, like everything under the sun to get this, to even apply. And then they had to go to a board and approve it. So I applied. It took me a couple hours just to get all my paperwork together for this. And I want to say it was sometime early November. Well, they voted on it last week, all the current applications. And I won a grant for my business that would pretty much pay my entire expenses for a year for my business. So, I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars to do this. So I'm good for the next year to run my business, which is huge. I mean, that's massive because I'm I was struggling a little bit in September and October because people just don't want to market right now. I mean, I still have business coming in, but I mean, I don't have to pay any expenses for an entire year. Now, what I'm planning to do, thank you. Yes, it is. This was so big for me. is you guys know I ordered the shed for my workspace. I want to move my workspace back home for a couple reasons. One, to save money, because eventually once that shed's paid off, then I don't have rent to pay anymore, because I'll still pay it, but I'll be paying it to myself into the homestead. And then to be home with Dad, because he's getting older. And then even eventually when Dad passes, you know, I've got a dog and goats that can't be left here alone all day without some kind of, you know, supervision. So I'll be home and it'll be good no matter what. Basically, it needed to happen regardless. So now this grant is going to pay off that entire shed in advance, which is going to save $4,000 worth of interest. So we're going to save $4,000. I'm still going to pay myself the rent. So we're going to be making money off of my business moving here. And like, yeah, I don't have to worry about any of my big expenses anymore for a year. And I saw someone asked earlier what it is I do for a living. I own a digital marketing company. My leg's wet from court. Look at me. That's disgusting. We use like websites, search engine optimization, social media marketing. I actually just landed my first YouTube client. It's a personal chef out in Los Angeles that wants someone to manage their YouTube channel. And I'm like, sure. I'm like, I manage my own. I don't really pay that much attention to it. I'm starting to, but so that's going to be exciting. And yes, Donald is a wastewater operator, aka turd herder.
No, I'm not anymore.
Yes, you're the big turd now.
I'm the lead.
He's the big turd now.
I'm the one they don't want to flush.
Yeah, you. Skinner says, my wife is a cosmetologist and I'm the head guy at our local lumberyard hardware feed store. Ooh, do you get a good discount? Because that would be exciting. She owns the premier marketing agency in Southern Pennsylvania. Did you like Google that or something? Because I feel like that was written somewhere. Charlie is actually the DM for our Dungeons and Dragons game that we play once a week too. So he's being modest.
Which is why I mentioned the gas stove.
Oh yeah, that was funny. I'm not gonna talk about that though.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
What was our other big news? We had a couple.
I think that was it.
No, we had more. I just don't remember what it was.
Did we have more?
Well, the channel growth. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
So we've been experimenting with the shorts, and for some reason, we went to this place called Mr. Ed's Elephant Museum, which is like a candy store here locally, and I got these hot chocolate bombs. And I just did a quick short video just to test it out, and it blew up. Like overnight, it blew up. It's got over 50,000 views right now. So I'm like, all right, well, I had comments on it saying I was doing the chocolate bomb wrong. And I'm like, whatever, but let's do it your way and see what happens. So I did a second one. That one overnight got over 120,000 views in one night. And for some reason we got
double,
almost double subs overnight in one night on the second one. We are trying to get monetized, which we need 4,000 watch hours to do. And I think we are about 800 hours short. I have to double check on that. I did notice, because you guys know I play music a lot on our lives. I don't know that I can do that anymore. And I may have to go back into the lives where I got a copyright claim and actually mute the music portions or cut those music portions out in order for those hours to count. So I have to figure out the copyright stuff a little bit, but I may be able to get us to that number quicker without the copyright claims. So there's not gonna be any music tonight, unfortunately, until I figure that out. But yes, we've gotten the subs we needed. We needed a minimum of 1,000 subs, and we need 4,000 watch hours, and then we can start making money on YouTube. And we'll just see if we can. So we're gonna start taking it a little bit more seriously. But I mean, we went from we had 15,000 views to we're about to hit 200,000 in a week, 2 weeks. I think we'll hit 200,000 tomorrow. I think before that one video took off, we were at 40,000 views and that video took off, and now we're almost at 200,000 views. It's just been crazy. No, you can no play music.
What are you doing?
Over a.
What are you doing?
On what video? you'll see it.
Either up or down.
Yeah, up or down,
You're
bro.
like a child. Oh my God.
It was just us showing a hot chocolate bomb and pouring milk over it. It was the most random thing. I'm a little hesitant. I feel like we will lose a bunch of subscribers once people start saying that we're not only about hot chocolate.
Because how dare us?
Because how dare us? But we'll see. I know that the Naked Gardeners also had a lot of success on a video of their cat playing with a toy or looking at a toy. So it's very random. I think we have to approach shorts a lot like TikTok. And Donald and I love TikTok. I know a lot of people don't, but we love TikTok. Some of the best content I've ever seen in video has been on TikTok. So, and I do see a lot of homesteaders are hesitant about this short thing. Time to start being about hot chocolate, right? There's a lot of homesteaders that are very against this short thing, or they don't like it, or they don't understand it. They don't want to be on TikTok. And I get it. Like, if you feel like you don't want to, don't do it. But I do feel like people that don't do it are missing out on a lot of opportunity, because that's where people are going now.
And we can just use it as like a experiment.
Yeah, I don't mind experimenting with our channel. We both have full-time jobs. We both have really good jobs. I mean, his job with his raise, me with my business and my grant, like, we don't need the YouTube channel. So I'm fine with experimenting with it, because whatever I learn being in the marketing field, I feel like I can then digest that and put that into actionable steps for other channels. And that may be what I do. I'm actually starting another YouTube channel on marketing. I don't know if anybody here would be interested in it, but we're going to do that because I also want to experiment with different genres on YouTube. And honestly, maybe at some point we'll try a gaming channel. Donald's big into gaming. He's been wanting me to stream gaming. I feel like I would cuss a lot if I did that, but we'll see. Maybe people will like that. I don't know. Higgs went from 3 to 500 subs with a mushroom short. Yeah, exactly. People need to hop on the short train. It can be, and it should, think of it in terms, if you get on TikTok, everybody should get on TikTok and just look around and start liking videos you like. You will have to filter through some crappy videos of like girls dancing, and well, some people might like that, but if you don't like the kid stuff, then, you know, flip through it real quick, find videos you like. The algorithm will start to learn what it is that you like. Right now, I see a lot of, cooking videos and cottage core videos and animal videos, because the algorithm has learned what I like. And just see what people put out that goes popular and see if you can replicate something like that. We watched the video the other day of a guy threw a bone or a football across the yard. The dog ran after it. Yeah, I can't even say it with a straight face.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
You say, because
the dog ran after it, and there's a swing set between him and the ball now, and he hit the swing and flew up and flipped like 3 or 4 times before landing.
I felt
and kept going
so bad. The dog was fine, but to see this dog hit the swing and go up and flip and then land, I mean, that kind of stuff, you know, anybody can do that. You don't have to even have video editing software on your phone to capture that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's just learning what goes popular. What am I missing here? Same here. I don't count on YouTube for a job. I had 2 get over 6K views and 1 hit 1K views. Good job, Mama Z. Skinner said they did a short the other day and it only got 30 views. I do have some. Actually, let me check real quick. Now, it's taken most of mine 3 days before they hit what's called the shelf, where they start gaining traffic. So if you just did it the other day and it hasn't hit yet, it could be that it's, you know, it just takes some time to hit. Now, I did do one with Court where I'm tickling his feet that only got 95 views, and that was a week ago. So there are ones that probably won't hit, but most of mine get at least 400 views regardless. The one that got 126,000 overnight, I mean, that's considered viral territory, but I don't know why that one went popular and the other one did. I don't know. It doesn't make sense necessarily. Hey, Sean in Alaska. We got CJM Farms in here. The Dance You and Lee did do a short on that type of stuff. Yeah, do those kind of shorts. I've been trying to convince Mama Z to do more cooking shorts and to get on TikTok and do cooking. There's this one guy on TikTok. And I could link it to you guys, but honestly, this guy, he's out in the woods and he's just got a fire going and he's got like some Dutch oven cast iron, and he makes the most delectable stuff with just his knife and fresh ingredients on the crock pot. And if she would put out like 1-minute cooking videos on TikTok and the shorts, I mean, it would be so good. Like, I love that channel. That guy's got like thousands upon thousands of followers on TikTok. I know 𝙎𝙊𝙈 Farm is on TikTok. He's either 10,000 or 100,000 followers. So, 𝙒𝙂𝙔𝙎, hello. Your power just came back on. Oh, wow. Did you guys have a storm? Skinner Farm says, mine was the cows mooing when I got home, and they do it every day. As soon as I shut my truck off, it's pretty neat. Yeah, see, I love that stuff. Our goats are the same way. As soon as we walk out the door, they're going crazy. I did do a short of my goat Blue eating a banana, and that one got like 400 views. So it's worth it. What I also like about shorts is I don't have to edit anything. I just do like a minute video. It has to be a minute or less. And I upload it. And it's the same on TikTok, a minute or less. And I just upload it. I don't have to edit it. I don't have to stress about cover photos and stuff. So heavy, wet snow and wind. Ooh. Where are you at? I have yet to get snow. I'm a little disappointed about that. I would like snow.
Okay. I'll make sure.
Make that happen.
I'll get some.
Appreciate it. So yeah, our channel is doing really well. Accidentally, I had no intentions of getting monetized before my birthday, but we may get monetized before the end of the month, which means then we have to start taking things seriously. And I don't plan to do a short every day, though. If I have a scenario pop up where I can get a short out of it, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do it. But I still want to put out, I'll do it. I still want to put out long videos and vlogs. New Hampshire. Oh, it's so pretty up there. My dad used to take me up to New Hampshire as a kid to a place called Tall Timber Lodge. I don't know if you know where that is.
Nope.
Not you. I'm talking to my friend 𝙒𝙂𝙔𝙎 here. So, how long did it take you to get your subs? So, we started our channel seriously October of last year. Right after HOA of last year, we came home and we're like, oh my gosh, we love this. We love the community. Let's start a channel.
Well, we started doing stuff. The channel was already there.
Well, it was there, but we didn't put any videos out.
That's what I mean. Like, we started. We had a couple videos out before that.
Well, it wasn't that kind of. It was like documenting listeriosis and stuff. Now I lost my train of thought.
You're welcome. How long did it take for us to get the subs?
Oh, before this upkick of traffic, we were at 733 subs. So it took us a year to get 733 subs. However, we stopped putting videos out in June. We took the summer off. It was just too chaotic. Our garden wasn't doing well. There really wasn't a lot for us to do. And business, like with the virus and everything, I was trying to just keep my business afloat. So I didn't bother. We started putting out videos again until September. From June to September, nothing. Just lives. That was it. So if we had kept it up, I think we would have been maybe 850, maybe 900 over the summer. But I don't know that we would have been monetized yet. So my bad. We probably should have. We might be monetized by now. So I would assume most channels take a year at least to get to the point where they can monetize. How long has your channel been up? I want to see some good goat videos. Yeah, I need to make more goat videos. And I don't have the guitar up because we're trying to figure out whether or not I can play anymore on our channel. Big Bear was telling me that if I get hit with too many copyright claims, they might shut our channel down once we get monetized. Or at the very least, it's going to affect, like, if we're monetized and I get copyright claims, those people get the money, not us. So I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. I don't know.
Them getting money.
Well, then I thought about doing just like original music, like start writing music, because I want to do that anyway. I have to wait until I get my shed to do that because I can't record in this house. There's no way I have privacy to record here, but I could in that shed. So can I play original music? But then Big Bear was telling me, like, you don't want to do that without you getting your own copyright first, because then someone else could claim copyright on your work because you don't have it copyrighted, and then they get the money. Like, it's
what the crap?
I have to read more on this copyright stuff. So yeah. Stringfield says it took us 1.5 years. So I think safe bet, plan on at least a year to get to 1,000 and to get monetized. Mama Z did it in 9 months. Now, what I like about the homesteading community though is once you get your subs and you need hours, like these guys are running me constantly right now. I think by the end of the month, I'll get the 800 hours I need to finish off, because once you get into that homesteading community, everybody wants to support you. That's what I love about the homesteading community. There are a couple haters out there, let me tell you, pain in my ass, whatever. But I can tell that, you know, they're kind of watching what we're doing, and that's fine. Like, go ahead. But for the most part, if you get to that point, let us know. I will shout you out. Mama Z will shout you out. Big Bear will shout you out. Everybody's very supportive. As far as getting likes, sometimes it feels like you have to pull teeth just to get every like. I will say that going to lives and interacting with people and tagging people you see in the chat, like, for example, Skinner Farms is in here. If you say, you know, hi to Drop Family Garden, say hi to Mama Z, and actually tag them in the chat, tag Papa Z, tag CJM Farms, tag Broussard's Homestead, and say hi to them in your lives, most likely they will remember your name or go back and follow you because you said hi to them in a live. I've used that as a tactic a lot, just to go to people's lives and say hi to everybody individually, because then your name will stand out and they might follow you. So there's been times where I'll get like 5 lives in a night or 5 follows in a night just by going to a couple lives. Now, it's time consuming. And again, it feels like pulling teeth just to get every single follower. Yes, join Facebook groups. There's Small YouTube Homesteaders. That's one that Two Family Homestead runs. They have over 1,000 people in that group, I think. And a lot of times you'll get some subs from that. Although it would be cool if Donald Smith can't get a word in. He could talk, but he don't. I gave you the opportunity to talk about stuff, and you're just like, I had good news at work.
I don't know what you're talking about. I talked.
And you didn't even want to explain about your promotion, being the lead, the big turd at work now.
I am the big turd.
He's a big turd.
Well, I'm a medium turd now.
You're on that Facebook group? That's a good one then. I'm trying to think of what others. There are some homesteading groups out there that aren't, like, there's one homesteading, there's homesteading for women, there's homesteading in Pennsylvania, like specific groups, but they don't like you to promote your channel. And I'm like, well, it's all homesteading, like, but whatever. There's one called Homesteaders Hub that I started. I don't know if Mama Z can grab a link to that. It's going to be the central group for our website that I'm going to be launching, hopefully by the end of the year. We'll see. That is going to basically be a directory of every homesteader channel out there, or homesteader that has a service that they want to network with. It's going to let you categorize your homestead, let you can technically sell through the website if you don't want to go through Etsy. You can list your Amazon link. So if someone needs an Amazon link and they want to support a homesteader, they just go find a random Amazon link on the site, click on it, and then they support channels that way. It's going to have a forum. It's going to have and it's homesteadershub.com, I think right now. It's still under construction, so there's not a whole lot there yet. But, I mean, it'll be ready soon. So everybody can join it for free. The only way that I'm going to be able to monetize it is I'm going to sell ads on the site for homesteaders. I don't really want to do Google AdSense. I want to support homesteaders with this project, and then maybe selling stuff. So look for that soon. I'm actually thinking about making it into a social network too, simply because people have so many complaints about Facebook. Parlor's so insecure. I want Homesteader Hub to be the place for homesteaders and the place for homestead channels. So, and I'm one of the few people, I think Farmer Brad's another one, and maybe I should talk to Farmer Brad about some ideas for this, but that can put this together for the homesteading community. Again, it's homesteadershub.com, I think. Let me look. I can't remember if it's Homestead Hub or Homesteaders Hub. Let's see. Are you trying to beat me?
No.
I beat you, so there.
But I wasn't racing you.
It's homesteadershub.com. Again, under construction.
It's homesteadershub.com.
You're a nerd. And there's a group on Facebook. So join it. You'll see a list pinned at the top of some of the ideas we have for the site.
You got a question for you there. Twin Brook.
What'd they say? Oh, I'm ready to post my first short. How do I enter the hashtag short in the description? Just type it like normal description or title. So you only need it in the title. There's 3 requirements to make a short. It has to be a minute or less. I usually go like 58 seconds. And I think you can do really short ones. I think Mama Z said she did like a 16-second one. I would try to go 30 to 58 or whatever. It needs to be portrait mode, so this way rather than this way on your phone. And it needs to have hashtag shorts in the title anywhere. Now, include other keywords in the title. Like for ours, it was like trying out our first hot chocolate bomb, hashtag shorts. That's all you need to do. And then give it like 3 or 4 days, let it hit the shelf, see if it does, start getting views. If you start getting a couple hundred views, you've hit the shelf. That's it. Put them out as often as you want. Anybody that tells you not to, don't let them tell you not to. Put out as many as you want. Some channel names are so long, it's hard to say hi to them, and I usually watch on my phone. Yeah, that's the other issue. And then some of them have like special characters in it, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I noticed like just doing it on the laptop here, it pops up with the name. You can just click on it, but on the phone it doesn't.
I wish they would put that feature. So
I didn't know it was here. That's why I was like on my phone. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, hashtag shorts in the title. Yeah. So 3 requirements: the portrait mode, hashtag shorts in the title, and under a minute. And that's all you need to get a short. And you don't need to do any editing. You don't even have to have. None of mine that hit the shelf as hard as they did had a what do you call it? The graphic
the logo
thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
None of them had a thumbnail. It was just a video. So you don't even need to do that. You could. I mean, it looks better in your channel list, but I know if I went to get my channel reviewed by Daryl, he'd be like, well, this video doesn't have a thumbnail. And I'll be like, well, that video had 126,000 views. So sorry, Daryl. Brett says, used to be able to click on someone's name and go to their channel and sub, no longer that way. True. However, if you use Chrome, and I'm going to pull this up because this is going to be helpful for you guys. There is an extension, and 2Family is the one that showed this to me, that lets you click on people's names. And I've been using that a lot, and it has been so helpful. It is called, let me see if I can get the direct link to it. It's called Go To Channel, all one word. Let me see if I can find view in the Chrome web store. Here we go. If you use Chrome, if you install this extension, that is the one I use. It highlights everybody's name in green and makes it a link and goes directly to their channel. So it's kind of bypassing the fact that YouTube took that away, which was a pain in the butt. I don't know why they would do that. Maybe they were trying to avoid sub for sub, but there's always going to be people out there to get, around that stuff. So Skinner From says, I do some cooking, some gardening, some animals, and I've had people tell me I do too much. Any thoughts? My thoughts are we do the same thing, and it's my channel, so I'm going to do what I want. And look at some of the other channels that have hit it big. Justin Rhodes, he does videos about his chickens. He does videos about his kids. He did video about his dad dying. He did video of them in a bus going across America. I mean, that's a huge variety of stuff. I know that there are channels out there that think you should just be all professional. And I get it. Like when I start this other marketing channel, I will probably be more professional than I am on this one. But at the same time, the reason that these channels get so big, like Roots and Refuge and Justin Rhodes and the Stivers, is because they relate to people on a personal level. I can talk all day about my knowledge and how important I am, just like Pepsi can talk all day about how great their product is. But if I'm not taking time to let people know who I am as the creator, then I've lost the people that are looking for that connection. So, and this is actually one thing I teach my clients with social marketing. It's great to talk about how great you are and sell your service. Like, that's fine. But if that's all you do, Pepsi could be the #1 brand in the world. But if all they do is talk about how great they are, I'm not going to follow them on social media. I need incentive. I need something to engage with. I need something to educate me, or I need something to be entertaining. I actually branded this concept called, because I don't know if Misty can pull up I keep relying on Misty for this, but my business link in the description. My business is social marketing, and it's called Misfit Interactive. And I've branded this concept called the Misfit 3 E's. And it's, you need to be either educational, entertaining, or engaging on your channel. And a lot of people ask me, well, how much should I advertise versus the 3 E's? And I usually say follow an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, you should be educational, entertaining, or engaging. And then 20% of the time, that's when you actually advertise. And honestly, I feel like that's what a lot of these channels should do too. If your channel is nothing but a big advertisement to sell tools or seeds, you know, I could get that anywhere. I don't want to be sold to all the time. I want to relate to people. So you guys are getting some free marketing advice here tonight too. Yes, there's my business. That's my digital agency. Follow that on social media too. I haven't done as much lately because it's like the cobbler always has the worst shoes. I've been focusing so much on other clients' stuff. Thumbnails do nothing for shorts. Yeah, the only thing they do would look nice in your page. So I don't bother with the thumbnails on the shorts unless I wanted a really pretty like channel page where it shows all your thumbnails. Because the ones with the shorts do look ugly, but what are you doing? Oh, you're trying to post it too? Mama's already got it. So.
I know, but I did something techie. Look.
Let me go down.
I did something techie.
Oh, you posted a link? Good job. Good job. You're so good. I'm going back and reading comments. Thanks for the help. I knew about the 3 requirement, but of course I forgot to shoot vertical. Yeah. That's the only other thing. Broussards. Let's see. That's right. 𝙒𝘖𝙔𝙎. I cleaned up a beaver dam. Had fun doing it. Almost 20,000 views. See, there you go. Who was it? Someone had I forget what channel it was. Someone did a snake attack video recently. Was that you, Broussards? Or somebody? It got like thousands upon thousands of views. And it's like, oh, it was literally a snake in the yard and they poked it with a stick. I mean, this is like free marketing right here. We'll go to channel work on the phone. I don't think it works on the phone, but it does work on desktop. I have not tried it on the phone. I should. Am I funded by Pepsi? No, but they should be paying me to do their social marketing.
Southern Blessed Song said was the video.
Oh, it was Southern Blessed. Okay. I knew somebody poked a snake with a stick. Let's see. I'm still catching up. Wow, I missed a lot. Maybe I do talk too much. Do some cast iron stuff also. Yeah, I love cast iron stuff if you guys do more of that. Drop says, you want to relate? I'll let you put the blanket on the live trap next time with the skunk in it. No. What's the bell? Is there a train coming? It's above Donald's head is a cuckoo clock. My grandmother always had one growing up, so I bought Dad one to just kind of be what are you doing? What are you
What am
doing?
I pointing at?
Well, you're pointing at either the fly strip above your head or the cuckoo clock.
The cuckoo clock, because that's what we're talking about.
Ugh.
Ugh. Stay with me here.
Skinner says, maybe we can talk sometime and I could get your advice on how to improve my stuff. Sure. Keep up the good work there, Donald. Yep. The Tinker's Life. Hey, Patty. She says, I did my first short yesterday. What a hoot. Still stuff to learn. They are a lot of fun. I like them because I'm lazy. Well, I'm not lazy. I'm lazy about stuff I don't like doing, which video editing is not something I am that big on. So Stringfield says, great advice. I feel like the big channels have a great personality or something that I don't have. And that's honestly, that's why I think Donald kind of makes our channel, because he has a more fun personality than I do. I feel like I'm very monotone and boring, except when I sing. But talking like this, I feel like I'm being very boring and monotone, whereas Donald makes things weird.
Not at all, baby.
You make things weird. Don't touch my leg, weirdo. Don't you run me off like this lane? Oh, okay.
I am pretty animated.
You are animated. You're just weird. And people like weird. I'm almost caught up. If it hits the short shelf, thumbnails removed at this time anyway. Now, I did have my goat video hit the shelf, and it still has its thumbnail, but it didn't hit it like as bad as the other ones. It only got a couple hundred. I could try to put one on my big one just to see if it does anything, but so far the goat one still has its thumbnail.
Tinker's wife.
I love Patty. She's so awesome.
You didn't see what she wrote.
Well, I'm catching up. TNS says we did a short with our dumb dog trying to catch the rain, 700 views. Yeah, I love that stuff. Sean said I made cast iron pizza the time before it was cast iron apple pie. Ooh. You know, I tried to see if I could get my grandmother's apple pie recipe from the family. Apparently, I have a relative that has a lot of these recipes that were our grandmother's, including videos of me as a child helping to butcher chickens and stuff, and they do not want to share any of that stuff with the rest of the family. And I'm like, well, that's just special. Like, I think I even posted on Facebook about this earlier. Do you guys have family like that where they got the family heirlooms and the videos and the pictures and the recipes, and they just don't want to share them? They just hold on to them. And I'm like, what do you think's going to happen to that stuff when you die anyway? Just share it. It's very annoying. That video over 46,000 views now. Wow, that's awesome. I was told by one of my family members that has a big YouTube channel, be yourself, never change, and people will see you the way you are. Yes, you don't have to pretend to be anything if you just be yourself, which I like. Tinker's wife says I'm the pretty one with the brains. I put on a lot of makeup. Let's see. Scanner, two family done a thing on my channel a few weeks ago, and I can't remember what all they told me to change. Yeah, they're very, they give a lot of good details about ways to improve your channel. I love going to the Thursday night stuff because I know there's things on my channel I could improve just by watching their lives. I just haven't done it yet. On your YouTube page, the thumbnail shows, but not on the short shelf. Yes, correct. It does not show there. So if you make one just to have your YouTube channel page look nice, I could see that, but it doesn't do anything for the shorts. So, and I had to show, Donald actually had a hard time finding the shelf where you get to shorts. It was
from
weird.
My account, it took a while for the shorts to show up.
Yeah, for me, I saw them right away. And people ask me, well, where do you go to see your shorts? And I'm going to see if I can show you guys real quick. I kind of wish I was doing Zoom so I could just share my screen, but let's see if it shows here. Yeah. So here is, let's see if it'll, is this too bright to really show?
Go closer.
Go closer?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's YouTube. This is just your normal landing page for YouTube as far as like the home button at the bottom. Oops. I'm going to click that. So when you scroll, oh, look, there we are. And you keep scrolling down, you'll see these ones that are vertical. This is the short shelf. And it even says short videos. So this is why you won't see the thumbnail, because it's just showing a screenshot from your vertical portrait. But you have to scroll down to get to it. And Donald actually didn't have that for a little while. We had to wait for it to show for him for some reason. Amy has a specific recipe from her grandma. She only trusted Amy to make it. What I like about Donald's family is his grandmother's willing to share recipes with us. I'm hoping she gives us some more. I'm actually thinking about making a family recipe book to hold that stuff into it. But my family, no, that's like gold and sacred, and we can't share that with everybody. And I'm like, all I want is my grandmother's apple pie recipe. That's all I want. Give me that and the videos of me as a kid and some pictures of the family from before I was born. I'll scan it. You keep the original. They won't even let you come and scan it, you know, or come and copy it. I don't want the originals. Keep the originals. I just want copies of it. And they won't even give that. That's what I don't understand.
Apparently Brett keeps his shorts in the drawers. That's what he said.
That's where they should be. Not on the bed. Anyway. I don't know how many people post still photos because I have several good ones. Can anyone help? How people post still photos. What do you mean still photos? Can you clarify that? Don't have the short shelf here either. You may have to also scroll a little bit more.
Yeah, I had to scroll a little bit.
Yeah, he had to scroll a little bit to get to his.
And that's what I was referring to. Like hers, she just scrolled like 4 videos and then it was the shorts.
Yeah.
Mine, I had to scroll
a lot.
And then it popped up.
And I do like the shorts. We still prefer TikTok because it's just got a bigger user base right now. I mean, YouTube is still the second highest search engine or second largest search engine in the world. So YouTube's going to compete with TikTok one way or the other. Facebook or Google is still number 1. But I mean, TikTok, as far as those portrait videos, YouTube's going to have to really ramp it up to compete. They're going to have to monetize shorts. They're going to have to. TikTok does. You need 10,000 subs on TikTok to monetize. So, I mean, if YouTube wants to do that as like a milestone, 10,000 subs in order to monetize shorts, fine. But they're going to have to monetize shorts to compete with TikTok, because I guarantee you I would rather do TikTok any day of the week. I was told to copyright my barbecue sauce so that people can't make money from it. I'm still learning about copyrights. I feel like, I don't know, copyrights between music and recipes and stuff, just, it's so complicated. I don't know. I don't have any advice for that, to be honest. The only thing I can give you advice on is content copyright on your website. I mean, that's the only thing I can do anything about. But once you hit 1,000 subs, you get access to the community tab where you can post pics. Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten that yet. We only hit that yesterday, I think. So how long does it take before they send you that? I'm curious. The community tab option.
I would probably assume it's something like they wait to make sure it's sustained.
Yeah. Yeah, and Google does on YouTube. So Google has the market for the internet right now, which is, they built that company to do that. So, I don't hate them for it, but I love the new technologies that are coming out for stuff. So when TikTok was at threat for being shut down, there was a lot of different replacement apps that I was trying out that the kids were talking about, but none of them were as good as TikTok. But somebody will eventually come along and do that.
And I introduced you to TikTok.
You did. I didn't like it at first. I was like, it's a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
But then I got into it and I was like, oh, there's actually really good content here. YouTube is the most viewed on the internet. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we had 1.56K subs as of yesterday. The day before that, we had 860. So it went up almost double overnight from the short. Now, whether or not they stick around, we're still in the testing phase. But like I said, we don't mind being the test case for a lot of this stuff because we both have really good jobs and don't rely on YouTube. I actually love experimenting with YouTube and social media in general. Whenever there's a new social media network, even rumored to come out, like when Parler, well, I started talking about Parler on Misfits, my company's page, back in June. Because I just was experimenting with it. I have to do that in order to relate to my clients. This is what's upcoming. This is what you should be checking out. So that's one thing we don't mind doing, is experimenting, because that's what we do as a marketing company. Take care, Twin Brooks. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we went from 733 before we put out any shorts to 860 from the first short that currently has over 50,000 views. And then we put out that second short that got the 126, it was 106,000. It's up to 126,000 now, but it was 106,000 views overnight. That's what got us to 1,500 subs. So I'm a little hesitant to think that they're all going to stick around. We'll see. I'm not that worried about it. If I could make enough to sell it, I would. Full Circle says, how many subs do you need to be monetized? 1,000. So 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. We're not quite at the watch hours. When I checked this morning, we were at 3,200. So about 800 more watch hours. Homesteading website, it's 𝙎𝙬𝙄𝙇.com. I might still have it in my clipboard, actually. Let's see. No, that's the Google Chrome thing. So 𝙎𝙬𝙄𝙇.com. Look for Homesteaders Hub on Facebook as well. There's a Facebook page and a group. The group is free for anybody to join. There are some homesteaders in there. You can post your channel links to it. I'm not going to have any regulations in that group about this is homesteader talk only and you can't promote yourself. I want homesteaders to promote themselves. We are homesteaders that are, you know, wanting to be self-sustainable and wanting to live with the land and without, you know, relying on other people. Yeah, I want to promote people. I want these people to be successful at it. So you guys promote yourselves all you want in this group. I hate those groups that limit that. Like you can only talk about homesteading. Now I'll probably put a limit on post once a week or something like that. But yeah, screw this. You can't advertise yourself. Support homesteaders. Support homesteaders. Broussard's has a group now. If you can link to it, Broussard's, that would be great. I forget what it's called. It's like Cajun something. Broussard's group. And he put out a post asking to list what you sell in that post. And I learned so much, like Zen Incense Shop and Drops Family. Oh no, it wasn't Drops. I forget who else it was. But about things that you guys sold that I had no idea you guys sold. So I want to support homesteaders. Promote yourself. Well, I see you using Z personal theme and WP knowledge base. Is that on the Homesteaders Hub? Yeah, I honestly, for that one, just to get a landing page up, all I did was just threw up a theme. And then the one that I have in development is going to be custom. So it's got a membership database to it. It's going to have a members login access to be able to access a lot of this stuff, to make edits. So it's going to have a lot. But I just needed something up, a landing page for people to get to. How about preppers? I've been getting to know many of them lately. Might get them to start homesteading. That would be awesome. I would love to have a prepping section on this site too. What I like about the Homesteaders Hub is, and actually I might poll people to think about this. It's going to be hosted by Misfit. I have a dedicated server. I host a lot of websites. Big Bear's about to switch to our hosting. We're very affordable, very secure. There's not the regulations that you'll see on social networks that have these terms of service that people have to abide by. Now, I'm not going to allow like porn on the server or anything like that, obviously, but you're not going to have the restrictions. However, I was talking to Nathan over at Samson Farm about, like, if I make it into a social network, people can talk about what they want on their own pages. But as far as like the forum and the open discussion groups, do I want to limit the type of conversation that happens there? Because, I mean, politics and religion get very sketchy and volatile. So, I don't know. People can talk about what they want on their own pages, but I am thinking about trying to not create a volatile environment on the forum. So, we'll see. I was thinking about getting people's input about that. Air fry recipes from Booger 500 Us. I just went to your channel not too long ago. Welcome. I was there when you were giving away something and Mama Z Texas Kitchen won it. I forget what it was. How cool is that that you stopped by? Yes, there's a link to Broussard's group. If you sell something, post it in that group to support other homesteaders and people that are into what we do, I guess. So are these shorts actually any good? Is there any benefit for these shorts? The shorts, I know a lot of the argument against shorts is that you can't monetize them yet and that the traffic that you get from them may not stick around. That's entirely a possibility. So far, all of mine has stuck around. I might have lost like 10 out of the, 700 we got. But the way I approach shorts is it's a method for marketing. Even if I can't make money off of it yet, eventually YouTube's going to want to monetize it because of how popular it's getting. So if it gets your name out there, gets people checking you out, there can't be any harm in it. There really can't. I mean, it's exposure regardless, and exposure is good. So.
And content.
Yeah, and it's content. Tinker's wife said, I don't have shorts on my Android phone yet. Yeah, I don't know what makes people have it and what makes people don't have it. Thanks for the answer. I saw you using Z person. Okay, I guess I read that one. I'm still trying to catch up. Sorry. City Girl says, how much do you charge? For hosting, I charge, let's see, if you do a year in advance, it's $96, which comes to about $8 a month. If you do quarterly, it's $12 a month. So that's what, $36 a quarter. And if you do monthly, it's $15 a month. I have thought about, at the suggestion of Big Bear, doing a 3-year advance. If you want to pay for 3 years in advance for hosting, it'll drop it down to $5 a month. So I haven't added that. Well, I think I did add that one to the hosting. You can sign up immediately on the website, and I can send you the login tonight. Like, you can pay through the website. It's all secure, but it gives you the different packages that you can purchase on misfitinteractive.com. But those are the pricings. One thing that we do that other hosting companies don't do, like GoDaddy, is we back up daily, weekly, and monthly offsite. When you're hosted with GoDaddy or HostGator or something like that, you're required for your own backup. If your site gets hacked or dropped or taken or whatever, they don't keep backups. That's not their responsibility. It's technically, most hosts don't do that. I do it because I hate the idea of giving the bad news to a client that I'm sorry that your site got hacked and lost, but you're SOL. Like that I can't do that. I'm not that type of person. I understand it's business, but I can't. So I back up everybody's site daily, weekly, and monthly, regardless. Now, if your site goes down and in 3 months is when you realize it went down, and my backup is what's ever left on your server, your hosting account, that's kind of on you. But other than that, yeah, I do provide that extra service. Still want to talk about setting a website? Yes, we need to connect. Every time you message me, I'm like doing something else. So tomorrow, if you want to connect, let me know. If not, I'm usually in the office between 1 p.m. and 11 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturday. Technically, we're off on Sundays and Mondays. If you watch Crystal while she talks, you can hear her brainstorming. What are you talking about?
Because you're sitting there talking about the Homesteaders Hub.
Dude, I could geek out about.
And you were talking, and you were like, yeah, so this shit. And like your brain just started getting ideas.
I can't. Misty and I were talking about this the other day as Aries, because I'm Aries sun, Aries moon. If you do any kind of zodiac stuff and you're into that, like our brains, it's nonstop. I've got 25 books in queue to write because they won't stop. I've got 10 projects in queue to build and make money off of, and they won't stop. I can see you on my screen, weirdo.
Oh, right.
I've got 50 tabs open on 2 different browsers at any given time. My brain will not stop. I don't know why. I think that most people that are busy and at lunch or something will watch a 1-minute video due to time. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you're on the toilet, you can't watch a 20-minute video. Well, some people can. I can't watch a 20-minute video, but I can watch a 1-minute video. So, or if I need a break from work. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You guys should see this dog real quick. Hold on. Look at that. Isn't he cute? And his chubby face. I love that dog. Be on your game Tuesday night. We will chit chat about your web hosting services too. Awesome. I would love to host all the homesteading community. I upgraded my server 2 years ago, and I have upgraded my server to the point where it costs me a lot of money. So the more hosting accounts I get to offset my cost, the better. Mama Z says never shuts up. Yes. Let's pray me not shut up. Spoiled pup. He is spoiled. We had fried chicken earlier, and he every Sunday night he knows we play gin rummy with Dad, and it's usually like around dinner time, and we'll like get pizza or something, and we sit here and we play cards. He knows that card night means scraps from the dinner table night. So whether it's pizza crust or skin off the fried chicken.
Sometimes he's actually over there before we are.
Yeah, he knows. It's Sunday night, guys. Where you at? It's time for cards. Let's go. So, yeah. We like playing cards with Dad because it's one activity that we can do with him besides like watching, Westerns 24/7. And just we like finding ways to involve him with the family and involve him with the planning of the garden.
And Hallmark.
Oh, Hallmark Christmas movies, yeah. Dad loves Hallmark Christmas movies. He watched one last night, which was really cheesy. Southern Christmas. They're all pretty cheesy. I mean, some of them are okay.
They're all pretty much the same.
Donald hates them. Some of them are okay. My cat meows at me if I don't feed him when we are eating. Yeah. Cord is a beggar. My goats are worse. The goats are loud. crazy loud. We did decide, I don't know the homesteading laws in Pennsylvania that well. I'm learning them. But we did make a decision tonight, I think, that there's, like, if you picture our lot like a square, okay, there is a sliver of property behind our property that goes down to the side of our property and then meets the road. That is not owned by anybody. It's like a development company. They can't sell it. They can't even develop this particular sliver because it goes all the way back in the woods behind another property. It's just this one little sliver. And it's been sitting here for, see, we moved here 12 years ago and nobody's used it. So we are going to expand our goat pen into that area. And there's like an abandoned shed there that we're going to now clean out and use as the goat shed. And I don't know, we're going to squat on it a while and see what happens. So we actually already squat on part of the property behind us already. And we may actually squat on it a little more and get hogs at some point too. So we're figuring out some squatters' rights. And honestly, I would like to just simply buy it at some point. And maybe after this year, once we get some of this stuff straightened out, we can. But we're going to do some videos showing this weird random shed that we're going to kind of squat our goats on for a while. Nobody's used it for 12 years. Might as well. Nobody owns it. I mean, if they own it and complain, yeah, we'll move. But it's just interesting to figure out, you know, this land that hasn't been used. Spaghetti Westerns. I love Westerns. I grew up on Westerns. And you like some Westerns.
I love Westerns.
Like, you like Tombstone.
Well, I like the spaghetti Westerns too.
Yeah. I grew up, like, Chisholm was one of my favorites growing up. McClintock, a lot of John Wayne Westerns. Even the shows, like Cheyenne, I liked. Rifleman's one of my favorites. I loved Chuck Connors. Of course, I loved Clint Walker too. Wagon Train. We watched The Virginian a lot, but it does get a little tedious watching them 24/7. Like, I want to watch a little Gerard Butler. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I think my top Westerns would probably be Tombstone and Open Range.
Yeah.
Right now, probably. Unforgiven, maybe.
Yeah. But we also like a lot of fantasy stuff. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Big nerds.
We are big nerds. We're big gamers. We're big nerds. We're big homesteaders. We're a little bit of everything. I'm big into music.
Skinner Farm, I just wrote, thank you. My favorite is actually The Cowboys.
Oh, The Cowboys is good. That one was a hard one, though. I mean, what was the first one John Wayne died in? Is that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a hard one.
It was one of two that he's died in?
Well, and a lot of people gave them the actor guff that played the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were the guy that killed John Wayne. And
yeah,
how dare.
Apparently that ruined his career for years.
Well, and then the one, I don't know what it's called, the one where he has cancer.
The Shootist.
Is that The Shootist?
Yeah.
Because he actually had cancer while filming that, and that's why they did that movie. Like, he got a lot of guff, or they got a lot of guff for that movie, but I thought it was very symbolic. Like, John Wayne was known for Westerns. Let him go out in a Western that highlights what he actually was going through with the cancer. So that was a good one. Free State of Jones.
That was good.
Donald said we watched it. I don't remember watching it. I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like, I wanted to watch this, but I don't remember watching it.
Yeah.
I was watching Cold Mountain the other day, though.
We might have to watch it again just to...
Yeah. Ben and I watched a lot of spaghetti Westerns and the old Westerns we watched as a kid. Yeah, my dad's big show was Gunsmoke. I actually, when we cut cable television, and we went with Netflix and Prime,
the Roku,
Stars, CBS, and Roku. Those are the 5 services we pay for. But I literally only got Sling.
Sling, and CBS.
And CBS for Dad. CBS so he can watch Young and the Restless.
And Showtime? That's Stars.
Stars has a lot of Westerns on it. Well, we wanted Stars anyway for Outlander.
Yeah.
I love Outlander. I love history. But Scottish history, men in kilts, I'm just going to say. And then we got Sling because it has TMC, which has a lot of old movies on it, and then Gunsmoke. That's the only reason I pay for those channels is for him to have those.
I'm gonna say Skinner's Farm. If that's what it looks like,
Are you hugging a cow's butt?
I would definitely change it.
I can't tell. I see Patty's beautiful face and hers. I can't tell what that is on here, but maybe if I click on your channel, I'll look at it later and let you know.
Well,
my neighbor watches Young and the Restless. I'm so sick of learning what Victor Newman's up to now, but I've watched so much Young and the Restless, and honestly, I think he only watches it because his mom did. And my dad is the most sentimental person I've ever met. So he'll hold on to stuff almost hoard style in order to connect with those memories, and Young and the Restless is one of those. So
I am not sentimental at all.
Except when it comes to me.
Except when it comes to you.
You gotta watch that Victor Newman. Oh God. No. Have I ever looked up famous Aries? No. I know that Thomas Jefferson shares my birthday. That's the only one I remember. Also, everybody give a shout out birthday. Orion Taltos' birthday was yesterday, and I'm just going to embarrass him real quick.
Who?
Orion Taltos.
Who's
in the chat right now?
Who is that guy?
It's my friend Daniel. I like to irritate him because he hates birthdays. My TV's free. It's a box almost like Roku. Oh, okay. Yeah, we pay for Roku. We paid for Roku. You don't have like a monthly fee with Roku, just with the things that you subscribe to. So Sling, I love Sling. Like I save money doing all of these different things. So
it kind of does.
Does it look like a cow butt?
He's at the end of it.
I mean, I would hug my goat's butts. So it's actually your birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Drops. I have a Fire TV with the new television. I almost regret getting the Roku and wish I would have gotten a Fire, but Roku is easy for Dad to use, so I'm happy we got it. My biggest concern was, see, Dad's never turned on a computer in his life, so anything that changes, like Netflix, for him to have never turned on a television and then learn how to use Netflix was a big deal. But he's NCIS every night. He loves it. Wow, we spoke a lot. I didn't realize it was this late. He had a TCL and it was a nightmare to navigate. Oh, you're a part of this. Lowcast is only $5. That's what we pay for. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think at some point, if Dad passes, we'll drop maybe Sling and CBS. But I love using Prime and Netflix. That's really all we need because...
And Disney Plus right now.
Well, and Disney Plus for Mandalorian. We do pay for that.
That is one of my top Star Wars shows.
Big into Star Wars here. Like I said, we may be... Like, I have cut the heads off animals since I was a kid. And I played in Kalmanor as a kid.
I didn't.
And I always walked around barefoot and was the most tomboy of kids you could see.
I didn't. I wasn't. I was video games.
But when I got into high school, I got into computers. And I became a nerd also. So I'm the homesteader that is a big nerd. And he is the city boy that married a country girl. And she taught him how to butcher animals and change a tire and change the oil.
Not change the tire.
Change the oil.
Change the oil.
And now he's a homesteader.
Yeah.
But we're both still nerds. So thank you for stopping by, Zen Incense Shop. Yeah, we're probably going to end things soon. I didn't mean for it to go this late. So I only have Prime now. Just wasn't a lot of stuff I wanted to watch on Netflix, Hulu, or the others. Yeah, I don't have Hulu. I will say I really enjoyed Cobra Kai on Netflix, which was on YouTube Premium, which I think they're going to be shutting that down. I don't think YouTube Premium is going to stick around. But yeah, Prime is really the biggest one we need. There's some good shows on Prime, like Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete's pretty good.
Jack Ryan, we like those. But
The Boys.
He's a converted country boy. That's right. Yep.
The Boys is probably my favorite one.
Now, I still do all the gutting of the animals, but he's still a good egg. He's a good country boy. Much to your mom's dismay, probably. Go watch my short if you want a good laugh. Yes, I will do that after this because we're going to be up for a couple more hours yet. I've got a couple marketing things I got to do for a client. So, but we probably won't be up too late because you got to work. You don't work tomorrow. That's right.
You keep saying it.
Well, I thought Friday was Saturday. So what do I know? Put the country in the Donald. That's right. Old McDonald. Old Mr. Donald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Did you just call me old?
You are 40.
I'm younger than you.
But you're still 40. And you're only younger than me by 5 months. So anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with us for this whole hour and a half. I did not know we were going to go this long, but I didn't think
starts going.
Once I start going, you need to talk more. I'm boring.
I talk just enough.
I think you should talk more.
I had just enough. I think it would overwhelm them.
Yeah, right. Well, last week, if you were here for our live, he was singing at the end.
We probably dropped a lot of subs after when I was singing.
Or maybe that's why we gained 700 subs.
Oh no.
They're like, oh. 43. I'm so yeah, we both turned 40 this year, so
I'm full of charm. That's what she just said.
Okay.
She literally just said it.
I'm agreeing with her.
Oh my god.
Patty knows what she's
The
talking
stable
about.
boy.
Ooh.
What is that? Ooh.
Talk to me more about that later. I'll message you tomorrow. I missed your live because of migraine. That's fine. Yes, message me tomorrow and we'll connect about your website stuff and the hosting. Again, if anybody does need hosting for a website, let me know. And I would love to host a bunch of homesteaders. So awesome. Thank you guys. We'll see you again next week. We will have a video out tomorrow, hopefully on a paleo apple crisp that's sweetened with honey, no sugar. And we'll put out some more shorts and see how they go. So we'll see you guys next week. Take care and be awesome.
Peace.
Peace.